I love I've actually had a prospect client that we now built for since. But when we were first talking to them, they said, you know, here's our requirements. We helped them understand the feasibility of the building, and then we sent them some drawings, and they saw some videos and some pictures. And I talked to them for maybe a few months. Then they came to the factory for a tour like this. And when we were in the office before they came to the building, he said, I don't understand why you just can't flat pack this whole building. And I said, why don't we walk out and see what the building looks like before we ask that again? And literally, he walked out here and he said, oh my God, I did not realize, like, this is what my building looks like exactly on site. Like, I didn't realize it was going to be this finished and this tested and this done. And he was like, and even with all the, holding hands all through that time, I think if you haven't walked through one of the buildings and seen what it's capable of and actually what you can get customized and how tall things can be, how wide things can be, anything you want, it's really hard to conceptualize three-dimensional spaces, I think, for people. And
it's hard for them to conceptualize when they're standing in it.
Right, even when you're standing in it. And in the U.S. in particular, like if you're doing shipping within the U.S., it changes a lot. We can go wider with mods, taller with mods, because we're not going very far. Oftentimes we're going to a sweet spot to not just be on the truck, but to be on the ship, to come off the ship, to go into some truck that's available in another remote location. So within the U.S., we are really available to go to lots of different sizes. And we've shipped mods as long as 65 feet within the U.S. and 20 feet wide. So in reality, it's just going to be where it's going and where we're going to put it. I think the other thing you want to understand about our buildings, too, is that these are fully integrated buildings with the systems completed within the factory. So a lot of times people don't quite understand that. They think the building will come and then we'll be fitting it out on site. And that's actually the opposite of what we want. We want to completely integrate all of the systems into the building here in the factory, test them, pre-test them before they're shipped out, get them to the site, and then quickly get you up online once we're in the location. Anything that we can put into the building before it ships, we're doing it. And that's important. And a lot of places, the reason we do that is there may not be a Home Depot down the block if we're on a small island or in Africa or somewhere else that we know that we can get to. So we are used to making sure that everything we need to make sure this building is functional comes with the building and comes from the factory, because the labor we have here is as the same labor that follows out our buildings on site. And so we'd like to do it here in the controlled environment as much as possible, then like go out on the job site itself.